People, hello, Harvey. Hopefully we're all doing well. I'm Tom. Let me know how you feel about that intro, because I'm happy to stop saying that. But it is the morning after the night before, the morning after Fury versus Usyk reignited. Usyk was given the decision, 116-112. The AI judge had it 118-112. I had it 115-113. I had a few different scorecards going. Usyk won all of them. Right off the bat, you know, Frank's walking around showing anyone that will listen this scorecard, 116-112. Look, they didn't give many of the latter rounds. Bottom line is, Frank, 116-112 isn't outrageous, and let me explain why. Usyk won, first and foremost. Let's just work off Usyk winning. I think most people had Usyk winning. I had Usyk winning. Usyk won. Then we go, all rounds were 10-9 rounds, because you can give 10-10 rounds in boxing. I gave a few 10-10 rounds. The AI judge gave a few 10-10 rounds. For whatever reason, judges don't give 10-10 rounds. They're always 10-9 rounds. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But they only ever give 10-9 rounds. So we'll say that all rounds were 10-9 rounds, no 10-10 rounds. We'll also say there weren't any 10-8 rounds. They were all 10-9 because there wasn't any point deductions and there wasn't any knockdowns. They were all 10-9 rounds. Working off that assumption, you can't have it 6 rounds to 6 rounds, because that equals 114-114, a draw. So then you've got to decide, how many rounds do you give to Usyk? How many rounds do you have him winning by? If you have Usyk winning by 1 round, well, then you take a point off Fury, a point to Usyk, 115-113. That's how I had it. If you have Usyk winning by 2 rounds, you go 116-112. So all it means is the judges had Usyk winning by 2 rounds. That's not outlandish. That's not crazy. And whilst the rounds weren't all the same, they had it winning by 2, him winning by 2 rounds. And even if you give Fury one of the latter rounds, it's still 115-113. We'll give him 2, and then it becomes a draw, 114-114. Most people had it as 115-113, 116-112. If you give it these swing rounds, that don't this is what I'm saying. These swing rounds don't have to be to one person or the other. They can be 10-10 rounds. So if you make it a 10-10 round, then you give it a draw rather than giving it to Usyk, or wrongly giving it to Fury. You can make it a draw. Usyk still wins. And this is where 116-112 isn't a crazy scorecard. 118-112, yeah, perhaps. I don't know. AI had their own way of doing it. But this, again, I come back to it, and I've said it time and time and time again. All this gets fixed if you come up with a scoring metric that is repeatable, consistent, and objective. But at the moment, we've got a subjective one that isn't consistent, and it's certainly not repeatable. That's the issue. But no matter how you flip it, no matter how you look at it, Usyk won that fight. And for me, this is my initial reaction. We'll go into more in-depth fight kind of reaction probably tomorrow. I'm trying to get one out there today. Usyk's the best of this era. There is no questions asked. And I think people say, oh, like Fury saying doesn't even consider Usyk part of his era. Well, you're wrong then, because he was just in a different weight division. You've got the Ali era, the Floyd Mayweather era, and now you've got the Oleksandr Usyk era. This is his era. And that win there cements himself as one of the greatest of all time. He 100% enters that conversation now. Because it's not just number 1 versus 2. This isn't Ali versus Foreman. This isn't Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Van der Holyfield, Mike Tyson. This isn't 1 versus number 2. This is 1 versus number 2, but one of them has all of the advantages. You know what I mean? Usyk's fighting somebody who is 6 inches taller than him. 5, 6, 7 inches reach advantage on him. 60 pounds of weight on him. 2 years younger than him. That's who Usyk was fighting. And he was number 2. He wasn't giving up height, reach, age, weight to somebody ranked number 20. He was giving up all of the attributes, everything, to somebody who was next in line, to number 1 versus number 2, but one had all the favours going. And that, for me, is the biggest win in history. In terms of stature. Now, the biggest upset, Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson, whatever it is, that's obviously up there. That's a bigger upset. But the biggest win, where you go in there and it's 50-50 and you're giving up everything, is that. We're talking weight. The people say, oh, you jump up. Usyk's 2-division champion, but really he's like a 5-division champion, because he gave up 60 pounds yesterday. He gave up 40 pounds in the first fight. He gave up 40 pounds. He's gone in there and he's beaten AJ twice, Dubois by stoppage, and then Fury twice. All of which he's giving up everything. He's giving up everything. So yeah, okay, it's only a couple of the weight divisions, but it's more than that because of what he's sacrificing. And that he's pound for pound number one. He's the best of this era, and he goes in there with the GOAT conversation without a doubt, simply because of how much he gives up. That's why I think it's the biggest win in history, because he's fighting somebody who has, everything over him. Yeah, okay, he went in as a favourite perhaps, but that's my point. That's my point. He is so far and away the best boxer on the planet. It's crazy. Now, what do I think next for Usyk? Initial reactions, retire. Just retire. It's not a case of I don't want to see him again. I do, right? I'd love to watch Usyk again. I saw him live. I want to see him live again. But what's left for him? Again, he beat Dubois. He beat AJ twice. He beat Fury twice. All of them convincingly, comfortably. Like, what's he going to do now? Fight Dubois again? Well, I think he wins that. And Dubois' got to beat Parker, and I picked Parker to win that. Just saying. So what next? Go down and fight Opetaya? I give that a miss. Not that I necessarily think Usyk would lose that, but Opetaya is a different beast. But then I wouldn't even say Usyk would lose that. But maybe that's all that's left. I think he's conquered the heavyweight division. If he stays, he's got to go back down to cruiserweight and reconquer that division, because that's a very, very different division to the division he left. So he can go and reconquer that. Maybe Beterbiev, a bit of a winner. But really retirement. What next for Fury? Fury AJ. It's now or never. It has to be now or never. It is now or never. At Wembley, Fury AJ. In terms of the fight, a fantastic fight, a phenomenal fight. I preferred the first fight. I think the first fight was better. I think the first fight was closer. I actually think Usyk won this more convincingly than he won the first one. And I did give him the first one. Look, Frank's going to say Fury won. Frank said Fury won the first one. Frank said Dubois beat Usyk. Frank's trying to say Fury beat Usyk this time. He's going to. It's his job. He's a promoter. But the reality of it is, Usyk won this one more comfortably than the last one. Usyk won that fight, and he's incredible. Wow. People, let me know your thoughts of the fight in the comment section down below. I look forward to reading it. I think it was a great fight. Hopefully you do too. Let me know your thoughts. People, thanks so much for watching. If you like, comment, subscribe. You know how YouTube works, people. Peace.